Louisiana beer review, Smirnoff Ice Smash Cherry plus Lime. This is part of the Smirnoff Ice Smash series. Obviously, they're 8% flavored malt liquors. Premium malt beverage with natural flavors and certified color. Plainfield, Illinois, Smirnoff Company. That's Diageo. Makers of Johnny Walker, Guinness, Buchanan Scotch, Crown Royal. Heard of those brands? I'm sure you have. All right. It says on the side. Now it's got some weird code I can't figure out. I'm not going to try. A normal serving is 5 ounces. So I've got 5 times 5, nearly 23 and a half. Over four servings, I'm sorry, over 4 servings. 110 calories per 5 ounce. A lot of calories here, 8% alcohol. Flavored malt liquor, it says on the side. Flavored malt liquor. Malt liquor, always malt liquor. So I could do a malt liquor project with these flavored malt liquors, I guess. What is malt liquor? Beer. Strong beer. 5.6 and above. About 5.6 and above. Can an ale be a malt liquor? Yes. I've seen ales with the word malt liquor on the label. Generally it's lager, but that's not always the case. Anyway, that term was invented by beer companies to get around the law that said beer cannot be above 5%. What about malt liquor? Oh yeah, that can be. I think the U.S. government knew what they were doing, but to appease the prohibitionist-minded people, they went along with the game. This is very red, like an orange red, depending on how the light is hitting it. I notice it's changing a bit. Like maraschino cherry juice, which has coloring added. I was reading earlier, I was reading on the United States government's Food and Drug Administration website. They had this long document about natural flavors and coloring and all of this. And they were saying, well, there was like a whole history of flavorings being added to food and beverages and why it's an important part of the industry. And then there was an explanation about natural flavoring versus artificial. And they said natural flavoring is any kind of flavoring derived from oils like peanut oil or fruits, vegetables, fat from the food, bark. In other words, flavors that are extracted from nature. And then artificial colorings or concoctions that are synthetic. Okay, and then the coloring. And they talk about how they make sure it's safe to drink and eat and all of that. They said the good thing about the artificial coloring is that it's consistent. It's cheaper to use. It's consistent across the board, like it's real reliable with coloring. Like you can take mint ice cream and it's green. And they said the problem with natural coloring is that it oftentimes will alter the flavor of the food, and it's not as consistent and it's more expensive. So that was the explanation I was reading. It was very interesting. Okay, back to this. What the main explanation was not as notorious as people want to make it out to be. In fact, it isn't notorious at all. It smells like a fruit flavored product. Cherry and lime. I'm not sure about that. Really, when you get down to it, there's not a whole lot of aroma on the top side of this. Yeah, it's there. I guess it's cherry. Hard to say. Smells nice though, the taste. And like we said, it's clear, bubbly, no sediment, no lacing, no head of foam. Smirnoff doesn't give the ingredients list on it, the website. It's very drying in a kind of an odd way that is making me think it's high fructose corn syrup. The Miller Coors products don't use that. They don't use the high fructose, so they might use sugar, cane sugar, or stevia and stuff like that. It's like an amalgam here, like cherry and lime. Well, it's cherry plus lime, so it mix together. You get a pale malt underbody. It's definitely a beer. Like, it's funny, my father, he never drinks. Not for 16 years. He says 17, I say 16, but it's been many years. And I'll give him things to smell or even taste a little bit. And he'll just say, it tastes like beer to me. I'm like, this is an oatmeal stout. Tastes like beer to me. This is a chocolate stout. Tastes like beer to me. And I don't know if he's putting on or if a person that doesn't drink a lot can detect the beer flavor more. It's unusual. It's a high medium body. It's not heavy bodied. It's easy going. I think Smirnoff, Diageo, but the Smirnoff facility in Deerfield, Illinois. I think it's Deerfield or is it Plainfield? Because I knew there's one that's a bottling plant for liquor. Plainfield, Illinois. Yeah, they do a good job. It's brewed there, concocted, and canned. All of them are nice. Not really something I care to drink. Nice little tartness there, but nice. It's natural flavoring from something, something from nature, and I like it. If you like fruit flavored sweet drinks, this will be a winner, I think, for you. I would rather if they were 24 ounce, pure 24. That 23 and a half irks me a little bit. $2.49 for the for the cans. So the price is questionable. If you get the Anheuser-Busch, I almost said Budweiser, but the used to be Bud Light, but the Ritas, those run you $3 a can for a 25 ounce can at Walmart. $3.09. I'm not buying that. I'll wait for them to go on sale. Those 12 packs might be a better deal. The bottled version. It does have a citrus acid taste like you would get from cherries, so seems authentic enough. Can't complain. I find that the Smash series, just like with the Mike's Harder and the Red's Wicked and so on, the 8% gives it more body. And with those club tails, 10%, ooh, 16 ounces, that's enough for that. It gives it more body. The thinned out ones can get a little hard to take. It's almost like the flavoring overrides the beer. Like with the Smirnoff Escapes. No. Seagram's Escapes. The 3.2. It's such a low alcohol by volume. It's too thinned out. I don't care for those too much. I oftentimes say, I'll pass over that. I'll ignore it. But the Seagram's Escape Spiked, the 8%, those have enough body to go along and back up the flavoring. And this is working too. So it's a big thing these days, flavored beers. You may hate it, you may hate the concept, you might scoff at the video reviews. And that's fine, you can have the attitude. I don't really take issue with having the attitude, but this is the world in which we live. And this morning, I did a craft beer flavored with hibiscus and lime. That's it, okay? Let's just deal with it. Mass-produced, Middle Crow, Micro. This is it, flavored, okay? I'm sorry, I didn't ask for that. I never once said, well, I wish they'd make a bunch of flavored beers. I just grabbed them off the shelf and said, let's see what it's like. It's as simple as that. So, give it a little bit more of a pour. How would I score this? I think I would like to give it a 93 out of 100, just like the one this morning. It's getting into most excellent. Somebody asked me, do you rate beers when y'all do the Wild Card Wednesday? Are y'all rating them according to style or beer overall? I said it's a conglomeration of both. Because, think about it, if it's an A+ in the style, that means it's winning. It's getting the job done. You don't have to like the style. If you say, I hate pumpkin beers, you don't have to drink them. It's as simple as that. But if it's an A+ and it's like one of the greatest pumpkin beers ever made, then it's a great beer overall. Because beer has many styles and many choices. So you can limit yourself or not limit yourself. And either way, you could enjoy it. You could say, I'm only going to drink light lagers. I'm a light beer guy, and that's what I like. And you could be a light beer guy and enjoy it. And you could watch reviews of light beers and talk to friends about light beers and drink all the light beers and make that your hobby. And that would be fine. You could never get out of that. Like, you could stay in that circle and be thoroughly happy. Or on the other hand, you could say, I'm only going to do 8% flavor beers. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. If you think it matters, I don't agree. I think you're wrong. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So Laissez-Les Bon Temps Relais, another most excellent product from Illinois, Smirnoff. And I've never had Smirnoff vodka. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.